Hey fellas, how you doing? How you doing, young lady? Doing. I was doing some maintenance here on my cars, and one of the gentlemen I played poker with drives up to the house here, parks his McLaren right there, leaves the door open, up, talking to me while I'm here in the garage. He stands pretty much here where I'm standing, looking at the garage as I'm working on my CRV. And he was very, I'll title this something about a rich man's ego. He starts rambling on about who do I think I am, because I told them before they asked me to leave the poker meeting that if you can't pay a living wage for someone, you really shouldn't say you're in business. I mean, a living wage here in the state of Texas is $7.25. And he goes on and on and on about, you don't know, da 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 da, and what I don't know and that. And what he's basically telling me is that his measure of success, living up there on the hill, his by having the car that he has, by having the amount of money that he has, makes him better than you and I. And I started laughing at him, and I don't think he could believe that I would have the audacity to not only not believe him, but tell him that he's wrong. He was in manufacturing. And I don't know if you know about a company called Delphi, but he used to sell a lot of things to Delphi. And they moved down here across the border after NAFTA. And I told him that, you hire people, you would not believe, I can't believe, I believe the minimum wage in Juarez, Mexico, right across from I don't even think it's $1 an hour. So I brought up the fact that he uses slave wages and doesn't pay even the people in Juarez. They don't even pay them. They just don't pay them enough to survive on, let alone trying to get out of paying somebody $7.25. So I brought that up to him. And here's the gist of it. Rich men have very soft egos. They get their feelings hurt really bad. And one of the things he was telling me about all of these businesses he owned and did all this kind of stuff. And I asked him, well, who built the roads? Did you build the roads, that lead from your factory to the street? Did you build the plumbing? Did you build the warehouse? Did you do any of that? No. So basically you just moved in to something that was already provided for you. How about the power grid? Did you build the power? It's just, they are so full of themselves. And I said, I think the point of this video is the only person in your life, in your world, that should be able to dictate to you what is success is you. My idea of success was getting out of the rat race. And I did. I did whatever I had to do to get out of the rat race. So let me sit down here and just talk to you. That was my measure of success. But I don't hold other people to that standard. I stopped working at age 46. I'm not trying to say that if you don't do that, you're not successful. It's just that that's what I did. But that was my measure of success, was to get out. I wanted to control my time. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I've made myself intelligent about money, which I believe is a cornerstone to you being successful as a man. But other than that, when I got out, I wanted to give back without taking anything from anybody. And that's why I have this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is more for me. It's more, I get more out of it than anything else. And what did he tell? What was the last time he told me? Oh, by the way, I'm not welcome at the country club anymore. And that's where we held the poker games. And I just laughed and was like, ooh. Anyways, it just, I believe that I consider family a success. I was lucky enough to find a traditional woman with a very traditional family and be a part of that. I cannot tell you how important that is. For example, one of the things I'm doing today is I'm making sure my is all pimped out, ready to go to help her mom tonight. She has a medical appointment tomorrow. My mother-in-law's having some problems driving and the rest of that stuff, so my wife has the time now that she can do it. I think these guys that just have these piles and piles and piles of money, they seem more angry and upset if you like challenge. I don't know why he thought it would be okay to come over here and try to like put me in my place, I guess. It's just, it's bizarre to me. And again, the only person who can measure success for you is you. Success is not the amount of money you have. Success is not the car you drive, the watch you wear, the brand name clothes you use. That's not success to me. Success is something you have to come up with. So success could be having a beautiful family, having children, having a legacy, being part of a family. That is, I can tell you, family is really important as you get older. As I get older, I'm like, ugh. I'm glad I married into a good family, but I just, rich men really have fragile egos. I mean, he stormed off after I told him about, you didn't build the roads that lead to your factory. You didn't build the infrastructure. You didn't do anything. You just moved your stuff from Detroit, Delphi and Detroit, down here across the border in Mexico. That's unbelievable. They like to beat their chest and if you don't measure success the same way they're just very angry with me because I don't want to play anymore. And I was just like, I stopped working at age 46. Tomorrow you'll have to get up and go to work. I'm not going to work tomorrow. Anyways, hope this makes sense. And you know what? It wasn't confrontational, but it was just like someone trying to tell you they're better than you simply because they have a nicer car or they happen to live up here on the hill in one of the big houses up there. So whatever. Hey, happy Memorial Day. And by the way, Memorial Day is not about buying a car or a mattress or a refrigerator. It's about the men and women who sacrificed for all of us. All right? Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. And please, if you ever get the opportunity, do not damage a rich man's ego. They obviously can't take it. All right? Like a fart in a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. Hey, look, my allergies are killing me. If I look like I'm half asleep, it's just because of the allergies, all right? Like a fart in a G-string, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.